What's up, YouTube? HoneyBee here, and we're going to take a little bit of a trip to the past and take a look at my Combo Breaker tournament matches that were streamed. The purpose of this is so that I can kind of review some of these matches, kind of point out things that went wrong, things that went right, maybe shed some light on some things that maybe the stream wasn't quite aware of. And also, it's just a way to kind of take a look at how to break down a set, how to analyze a video, and see how you can improve going forward. So with that said, this is my first tournament match that was on stream at Combo Breaker. It was myself versus Alcatraz. Alcatraz uses Cheetah, and one thing that I will make note of is maybe some of you guys don't know this, but at Combo Breaker there was a lot of issues when it came to laggy setups. Unfortunately, you would find that you're using your controller and you're trying to maybe go forward and then go back, and you'll see your character go back like half a second later, and maybe it doesn't sound like a big problem, but it's actually a really big problem when you're trying to do combos, when you're trying to just play neutral and you just can't. So in these first couple matches, you'll see I'm dropping a lot of shit, and I do drop stuff in tournament from time to time, but not quite like this. So let's go ahead and just start the playback. This is actually, so this is me versus Alcatraz.
It sure does. He has been playing a lot of Dr. Fate lately, and Dr. Fate is a character that may deal
So I
with
think
both of
they're
Alcatraz's
actually,
characters very well.
that's kind of weird.
I mean,
Aquaman
Dr.
saying
Fate,
how I've been playing a lot of Dr. Fate, and apparently Dr.
Cyborg's
Fate
a hard pick there.
would deal
Simply
with
get out zone,
Alcatraz's
the one thing that
characters,
you
but I don't
really
think
have with
Dr.
Cyborg.
Fate really deals with Cheetah that well.
On the
Like,
other hand,
at best, it's a 5-5, but
Cheetah,
yeah, not too
she's
sure about
wild.
that.
Or you can have a hidden select.
And really only needs one hit to get going. We've seen some of the best comebacks in this game with that character. He's hidden selected, and HoneyBee not going to risk it out of the gate with a pick of Dr. Strange. Coming up with the Flash Godlord, and
He's
we
a
have
Doctor
the
Strange.
canon matchup we were expecting, but it is a button select. It may even change again.
By the way, when I like to play tournaments, I like to tell my opponent, like,
Yeah.
to just pause and restart from the button check, because I don't like it when you pick one character in a button check and then you go back to character select and then you choose a new character.
Yes, so
I'm not
the
really,
Flash versus
I don't like
Cheetah.
that, so
There we go.
I
There's the
prefer
handshake. These guys are
to
gonna
just
get
pause
into
and
it.
restart
Alright,
matches all the
and
time
you mentioned,
after
we
we
talked
do
about
the button
Maniac,
check.
Brainiac, and Styles. This is Alcatraz has been doing it since his insurgence onto the scene.
So that was a nice
And
little
I don't know
opening
what
from
side that hit
Alcatraz,
on.
you know.
HoneyBee didn't either as he got opened up for that first bar of health.
Oh.
A great avoidance of that projectile. Does he get the conversion? Fakes out with the 4-3, and Alcatraz rolling right now. Plus. Oh, and the
Fortunately for me, Cheetah is actually a matchup I'm pretty familiar with, considering that my brother plays her quite a bit. See right here, you'll see I tried to do the down one, the lightning kick, but just nothing came out. Like, I was experiencing quite a bit of lag here. Everything just felt slower.
Anything to work off of. Every hit, I mean, he had the air escape. Every single time they've traded, HoneyBee has not gotten a chance to get anything going, and the backdash on the headbutt. This man was just Neo from the Matrix.
And the whiff punish there on the running man stands too. Gets the sweep, great backdash. Looking to sweep in between. Yo, Alcatraz playing a smart game, but HoneyBee in there. Not much in the
See here, you'll see again, like, you'll see again, so like, it just kept happening. I kept trying to combo, like I would do like the meter burn sonic pound as a trait. I'd try to forward dash into a lightning kick, but the inputs just wouldn't register. So that was like a huge issue for these first couple matches. I honestly, as soon as this happened, I should have switched out my controller after the first match, but like, I think at the beginning I was kind of like, is this me or is this the setup? I don't know what's going on here, but over time I started to definitely realize it is 100% a laggy setup.
A little shaky early on. And gets the whiff punish there on the failed jump attack from Alcatraz in the early clash. Again, a popular choice among high-level play. People just getting rid of it immediately and having faith and wanting to rely on the defense.
And use that for your comeback factor.
So I actually ended up doing a lot of running man 1s and running man 2s because they don't require any real execution. And Cheetah's actually not the greatest at punishing those things either. So, yeah. Like, you can, it's so, it's cringy to look at.
Clearly doesn't care.
But HoneyBee
I feel like the fact that I ended up winning the match anyways just made me say like, all right, whatever, like we'll continue and hopefully it'll be okay. But yeah, it didn't get any better.
But HoneyBee was able to bring things back. Here we go. Alcatraz not committing.
That's a command grab.
Might cost him there. Has to avoid this interactable. And HoneyBee, he's getting really aggressive on these headbutts. Alcatraz meant to make a read. Oh my goodness! He just canceled the running man stance immediately into the anti-air. Knew that Alcatraz was going to pounce, and Alcatraz has used it so scarcely. That's what made that read so beautiful.
All right, and wow, Alcatraz not committing the last 2 times, getting hits that would lead into full combo damage, but cutting them short for whatever reason. HoneyBee's definitely in his head here, looking for the whiff punish. A lot of buttons being pressed right now. Alcatraz trying to backdash to safety.
The mind game HoneyBee's playing right now with those headbutts and the running man stances is beautiful to watch right now. He's keeping Alcatraz on his toes as the tentacles of Brainiac's ship. Gotta do some damage to Alcatraz.
Not enough to kill. Alcatraz one more chance at this health bar. There's a sweep. What's HoneyBee gonna do? Oh wow, goes for the mix up there. All right, the unblockable grab. You gotta jump out to avoid that or backdash it away. And Alcatraz getting some great mileage off this life bar. Oh no. Not sure what he could have got converted from there. Sure, a little bit more. I like the idea.
Yes, that was
I like
beautiful.
the idea. Great reaction on Alcatraz's part, but just a little out of range flash with just enough to escape. Wow, and he got hit by the headbutt raw?
Yeah.
Very weird.
But yeah,
situation
generally
from
speaking,
Alcatraz.
in this
Now
matchup
flashing
against
early.
Cheetah,
HoneyBee this time with the light
using
stand.
running man
Will he spend it?
stances
And
is
it
really,
does.
really good because you can do it, and if you run forward and she's doing her pounce, like you can just go right past her, it doesn't matter. But then also, you're building a lot of meter, you can do it and you can cancel it if she's not advancing forward. You can kind of do that, and Cheetah has a really hard time punishing arm S1. Most characters can punish it with something pretty consistently, but yeah, Cheetah's not the greatest at punishing that. Her range isn't that good on some of her normals, so you can kind of get away with that sometimes. Maybe she can sweep you, but yeah, she won't like do like huge damage punishes.
Now we know what Cheetah can do when that trade is out.
That's why like I can kind of get away with just using that a lot.
As HoneyBee takes that trade.
But you can see, like, in those first 2 matches, I didn't even really do a, see, like, I'm shaking my head, this shit is, but yeah, you can see, I didn't really do any trade combos that actually worked because it just kept dropping. So now we're moving over to this new stage.
In that second game, the moment that he got him out that first bar, to immediately activate that trait, get the hit, and force him off that clash instantly. That was a really aggressive call out by HoneyBee. That paid off. I like it. What a down 2 from Alcatraz. That thing is massive, very underrated, and underutilized.
That was a nice jump back by
I
Alcatraz.
know it's early, but Alcatraz slowing down, you know, that's a very smart strategy. Letting it come to him. He's been throwing himself at HoneyBee and getting punished so much. You know, he's giving away health. It isn't much of HoneyBee opening him up. It's more of the leaps getting punished.
And get leap into a hurricane right there. And yeah, it's not something that you like to talk or see about Cheetah at a high level.
Oh, he's dead.
Oh no, another drop. Have we seen a full
so ugly, man.
From HoneyBee? I don't think so yet. But
it's so
when
ugly.
you look at Cheetah at a competitive level, usually it's all about playing faster. It's not about slowing down.
And the weird thing is on some of these setups, it was only affecting one player, not both. So like, I believe it was fine for Alcatraz, but for some reason my inputs were getting like super fucked up. A lot of people were experiencing that at this tournament, unfortunately.
So it's kind of a 50-50 here.
And there's the punish. Great escape from HoneyBee. There's a sweep. Going to get that meaty jump in. HoneyBee caught trying to press buttons in between. Not your turn, good sir. And once again, stuffing that down too. Alcatraz going for the mix-up instead of continuing the combo. But gets the continuation here. Doesn't allow HoneyBee to clash. Great stuff. Goes for that throw in the tick screen. And this has to be Alcatraz's game. No? Has to be.
Yeah.
And
so after that happens,
just out of range. Now, Flash
I'm just like, yeah, my shit is not working. I need a new pad.
HoneyBee is gonna go off the stage.
And yeah, I went to borrow Stav's pad.
Let's check it out.
See, that's the thing. When commentators are saying shit like that, like, oh, I don't know what's going on, I feel like a lot of times they do know what's going on, but they're maybe just not allowed to say that they know that this shit is lagging or whatever. I feel like they're just not allowed to say that. So they'll make up some kind of joke or something, like KP's like saying maybe some diva stuff, but I'm pretty sure he knows like shit was not working.
He's gonna change his pad the third game in.
Switch of the pad. He has had a lot of drops. Might be attributed.
All right, let's make sure. Let's get the camera on him. Who's he talking to? All right, that is his coach. If anybody else walks up, you got to stop it immediately.
you saw after that second game, even though HoneyBee won it, was shaking his head afterwards.
Yo, my man Alcatraz has the look of a killer on his face. Look how he's chewing that gum. My man, he's not chewing anything. Like, he definitely just, like, his mouth muscles are just, like, growing.
That's OD right there.
Did you really? Okay. Yeah, no.
I went there.
Yeah,
I went there.
Yeah, we're doing that. It's all good. It's all good. It's puns galore, season 2. We started with a fresh slate.
These boys are in here, and Alcatraz Alcatraz has played a lot of top players close in very high pressure situations, deep in brackets. He's been there, done that. I've seen this man, even going back to Mortal Kombat, play how he wants. And you mentioned how the confidence in his own play.
Absolutely.
He plays his game plan against anyone.
Yeah,
it doesn't matter if you're Sonic Fox.
There's no conditioning Alcatraz. He is his own man, and he's going to play his game plan. I hope you can.
All right, so this is me using Stab's
pad.
There's
the wake up. You know, no stranger to it, not afraid to. Great sweep there. Nice cross up, but doesn't commit to an attack. HoneyBee's going to go ahead and throw out that down 1-2.
And look at that.
He's going to complete the Speed Force combo.
Finally get a combo.
Things seem to be heating up.
All right, was it the pad this whole time? Oh my goodness, the down to a flash, hitting behind. And that's been a very good fight for these two, has been the jumping attempts by Alcatraz versus HoneyBee's down twos. There's been a lot of trades, and there's been a lot of clean beatouts both ways. Alcatraz in the last game was able to beat up the down two multiple times. HoneyBee trying to wake up with it. But right now, effective as HoneyBee is trying to run away with this match. 1 health bar away right now, forcing this wager.
So yeah, at this point, I'm able to effectively like do what I want because like my inputs are coming out, everything is working fine. So it's just a matter of doing the original game plan. See how I'm doing a lot of running man cancels. I'm just building meter, like letting him come to me essentially. That's what you kind of want to do in this matchup. And then if I see him like going into a pounce or I see him like activating trade, then I can just react to it. I actually should have waited a little bit longer so I could get a full combo, but yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah, easy punish here. HoneyBee plus frames. Nothing Alcatraz could do there. 3-1 as HoneyBee advances and winners. Alcatraz going to go down to lose.
I think I went to the camera.
Is long.
Yeah, I said this pad sucks.
But
But the thing is, I found out afterwards actually that it wasn't my pad. It wasn't my pad's fault technically. It was like something to do with my pad not working on that setup because I have the pad. Like, this is the pad. And I still use it today. I used it at CEO. I used it at Vianality. I use it all the time at home. Like, it works, but for some reason, it wasn't working on that setup. But at the time, I thought it was the pad's fault, and I was so ready to like go out and like chuck my pad on the floor and be like, this thing is ass, whatever. I ended up using Stabs' pad for like the rest of the tournament because I was too scared of using mine. But my pad actually works fine. It just for some reason it was being super laggy on that setup.
He just OS'd after he won. That was kind of OD. Now,
fact or fiction right there.
All right, let's move on to the next match. So for the next match, it's actually it's me versus Burrito Voorhees. But apparently there was like some kind of stream issue that happened where the stream kind of cut out for some of the beginning matches, so they didn't really capture the whole set. So I'll only be able to review what was actually captured on stream.
Meter burn back 3. I mean, I don't think
Yeah,
I've ever seen
I can only see what
make
was
a
captured
comeback
on stream,
this
but essentially,
massive. But that was beautiful.
I think the
Avoided
score was
splash
already like
damage
1-1
from that
or
interact
something
through.
like
It was
that
his only
when the stream
option there
started.
to not lose.
I think this gets cut out. Here we are.
So
So the score is 1-1. You just see me like beat him, and I go up 2-1. So I actually, did he switch his character at this point? I thought switch to Swamp Thing.
From HoneyBee.
That's a hidden rule.
Oh,
in
okay,
Injustice 2
that's
is
weird.
not to air escape while the flash activates
Yeah,
straight.
peace. Pack it up. And this time HoneyBee
Or
comes
did he-
right back at it, continuing that forward momentum.
You know, actually, I think what happened here was Burrito Voorhees started the match. Did he start? I'm pretty sure he used Swamp Thing at one point. I think he started the match with Swamp Thing, and then he switched to Bane afterwards. And then I was like, all right, cool. Like, if you're gonna use Bane, I'm not worried at all because I played my brother Bio, and I don't think any Bane besides him could ever beat me in tournament.
From that last match, looked nice bait,
So the score is
and he just has
2-1. I
to
guess
play
that we're just gonna have the one set because
mixing
I'm pretty sure I beat him
ever
3-1.
clear as he has throughout the entirety of anything, and I like the idea.
All right.
but baited out the wrong wake up.
Oh my goodness, barely getting out of that. That would have been huge damage from Burrito as he is venomed up. And any hit right here is going to spell massive damage. But
Yeah, that's the thing. Bane, you can't really neutral jump against Flash like that. Flash has a really good down two to stop that.
Too fast.
Down. It was at level 3.
Too
Wasn't too
fast.
sure with the damage negation there. But Burrito back is officially to the wall. 1 health bar to live right now.
Yeah.
2 hits.
And right there, that's just some matchup knowledge, as you can see. I'll put it back again. You can see that I did a running man cancel here. And right after the running man cancel, I know the Bane player wants to just armor, even though I'm plus. I'm like +4 after that RMS cancel. I know the Bane player wants to just armor and hope to get through it. So that's why I did that into the Sand 2, because the Sand 2 is 2 quick hits. I know it's going to break the armor, and then I know I can just continue pressure. So you can see right there, I just beat him. Honestly, I should have just meter burned the lightning kick. And that's another bit of matchup knowledge there is after I did the back to 2-4-3 RMS cancel, sometimes the Bane player thinks that they can just armor through the next option that I have, so I just did that into a meter burn back 3 and debate the armor and blow him up.
Yeah, too good. HoneyBee is just firing on all cylinders, making all of the right reads, throwing out his multi-hitting attacks at the perfect time to negate all of Burrito Vorce's armor, and now big-time trouble. Debuff there, HoneyBee's gonna make his way
now that he's
into
on
this,
debuff,
and
like I
this
really
is
don't have to worry about anything. Unclashable.
Hey,
That's it,
hey.
Look at that little bit of a drop there.
Get with some more unwagerable.
Hey.
This is just spelling disaster.
And that is, yo,
Yeah.
That's
HoneyBee,
exactly
chill.
how game 1 closed out. Hit him with some plus frames. Knew he was going to try to disrespect.
I
Hey,
think
they caught him
HoneyBee
slipping.
just sent a message straight up. That was so nasty. Those last 2 games, Burrito Vorce didn't necessarily get the chance
Yeah, I kind of wish that I had the full set,
to get anything going.
because it would have been
Yeah, he was
nice to
like, yo,
review like his Swamp
There was
Thing
momentum in
matches
his
and
hands.
some more of that
They
Bane
gave Burrito
gameplay,
Vorce
but
his hands, and then
at this
Barry
point,
Allen
I
said,
believe I made it out of my
"Hey, I
pool
want
in
that
winners,
never
and I was
happened,
in top,
it never
what is it,
happened.
48,
Hey, Flash, can you,
and then I think I just needed two more
yo,
wins
can I put, no.
to make
But I have Venom,
to make top 8, and then after this, I actually had to fight Mystery Bot, who I beat 3-0, but that was off stream, and then after that, I had Silver Eye. So let's get to that match real quick. All right, so right now I have 1 match to make top 8 on the winner's side. I have Silver Eye, and at this point in the tournament, I was pretty happy because Silver Eye ended up beating Theo to make it this far, and I preferred Silver Eye over Theo because Theo, like, he has really good counter picks for like some of my characters and whatever, and Flash does considerably well against Hellboy, but the problem is like you have to make sure you're playing on point. If you're not, like, Hellboy can like really take advantage, and that's kind of what Silver Eye did in this set. So let's just take a look.
That's a venality run back.
Happy Power was having this.
Yeah, but like Silver Eye is a super strong player. He's leveled up a lot, but I feel like I didn't play the matchup very good at all. Like the way I should have been playing it. Because like I think Flash either goes even or beats Hellboy. It's not a bad matchup for him, that's for sure. But yeah, it's a matter of like being able to react to all this stuff and whatever, and knowing how to deal with his shenanigans properly.
Immediately, just to establish some mix-ups.
Good blocks from Silver Eye though. Lost, to be honest, relatively meager damage in comparison to what it's normally like when Flash manages to get in your face for that long.
I feel like Silver Eye is going to be very slippery in this matchup.
I mean, Hellboy
So yeah,
is
like this matchup is really like you really have to be able to react to these leaps really well. So as you can see, I just got kind of baited. He did like a leap, I tried to down 2, and he like whiff punished my down 2.
That low pound, the big damage that comes with it, the projectile and the gunshot, just a very complete character as Hellboy.
The thing is, you look at a jump in and you see him in the air, every single ounce of your being wants to stand block, which is why the ground pound works so often. Wow, he's out there. I believe that might be the armored mode. That is actually going to do a decent job of shutting down Flash, I think, but he's going to be something punishable. The low doesn't work, and HoneyBee is now going to get a full combo into setup.
See, that was also a big thing about this set that I had with Silver Eye is I didn't have the timing down to stuff his wake up. So Hellboy, he has an invincible wake up, which is his like charge move. but it's not fully invincible. It's like kind of hard to stuff, but it's definitely possible to stuff. But I think at this time, I wasn't 100% sure the timing of stuffing it. I went to the lab afterwards and figured out the proper timing. But during this set, I didn't really have it down, so he kind of got to wake up for free. If I had known, set definitely could have gone differently. I see that they actually fucked up here and put biohazard. I think they changed that later
There's
on.
the wake
Though.
up. Not, because that's going to be a wake up attack. Silvereye blows straight through. Wow! Wow!
And right there, I don't know if Silvereye actually made that read or not, but I was just trying to hold up to try to get out, and because I was anticipating Silvereye doing a 4-2-3 into leap. And I was gonna try to like jump one of him out of a leap or something like that, but he just went into a bounce cancel. I don't know if that was actually a hard read that I was gonna do that or what, but it definitely worked out for him.
Back three. And HoneyBee is going to go down. Obviously, we see that the graphics do say Biohazard, but rest assured, this is HoneyBee on your screen playing right now. It would be so weird if Bio randomly just picks the Flash. Can you imagine? Or the other way around. You know, if HoneyBee playing Bane, that'd be quite interesting. But yeah, of course, this is HoneyBee right now. And the armor's going to collide. But in that situation, to be honest, it's still going to be a good trade for Silvereye because he's basically 50% up. Oh. I think he might be able to get opened. Oh, the down
Ouch.
two! But he does drop the combo. That's unfortunate. He might have,
So that's, as you can see right there, I went, let's see,
get opened. Oh,
where is
the
it?
down two! But he does drop the combo.
So you'll see right here, like I'm doing down one and like down one two, and then I did a delayed lightning kick into actually doing the lightning kick because I was trying to like catch him pressing a button in between, but Silvereye didn't bite, and he actually just blocks the lightning kick and punishes it. I don't know if you guys know, but lightning kick is definitely punishable. It's -12, but it's like one of those punishes where you have to be quick. At a high level, everyone punishes it. Like everyone punishes it at a high level. Like my brother will always punish it. Silvereye, you'll see, punishes it quite a few times throughout this set. People like Sonic Fox, etc. If I do the mirror, like I punish it too. Like it's definitely punishable. Some people think that Flash is like 50-50s and Mix is completely safe, but it's not.
That's unfortunate.
So here you see, I did lightning kick
Might have
and
just forced
punish.
out an air escape, but now he's going to be able to get some guaranteed life back. Silvereye's been spending a lot of bar in this game, so that's going to be help that HoneyBee's going to get for free. 2 bars spent because he's going to need the other 2 to destroy that health bar that Silvereye's been working on. Okay, big air to air. HoneyBee's going to spend the bar, extend the damage. And
See, like right here, I should have, if I knew the timing of how to stuff it, I think I could have just done that and had better options afterwards, but.
Yeah, so many of these floats being very unpredictable. Unpredictable air movement makes it hard for the Flash to down 2. Expecting a button press, but no. Using the plus frames actually enforcing respect, and he's going to tray up. Oh, there it is. But he's absorbed it. Yeah, HoneyBee just stayed with that neutral crouch the whole time. Didn't even try and press a button, just going under all of it. Oh, wow.
See, like, I feel like I didn't really know my options that well against his leap at this point. I was doing some weird shit.
Looking good.
Stood up straight into the backhand. Now the question is, we know HoneyBee
think I
does
just
have
went to
access to a
change the
pocket
stage.
Starfire. Does he pull it out?
I think that's interesting that Ketchup and Mustard, they mentioned I have a pocket Starfire and if I'm going to pull it out, but Starfire does not do well against Hellboy. Sometimes I feel like commentators don't really know matchups that well sometimes. But yeah, in no instance would I ever pull out Starfire against Hellboy, and then I'd be shooting myself in the foot.
I don't think yet. I think if it's absolutely disastrous, then perhaps he's going to try and zone out some Hellboy. But right now,
You can't
he's
zone
going to go
out
with
Hellboy.
Flash. You know, this guy, I don't want to regurgitate old information, but the Flash God Lord, a name given to HoneyBee purely
That's
because of his
brand,
legacy.
dude. Flash
His
God Lord is
legacy
the
with the
brand
Flash.
of HoneyBee.
Oh, here we go. Again,
See, I didn't know the timing.
Wake up, which means if he's going to pressure on Wake Up, he has to meter burn back 3 or forward 3, which really is going to stunt any potential setup. He's going to have to stop what he's doing and go for that one read. And even then, Silvereye, he takes some damage there, but nowhere near as much as the combo would have done.
Okay, HoneyBee's finally built himself a bar, but even without a lot of meter, look at the amount of health that Silvereye's already lost.
Ouch. And right there, that's like, Hellboy has a little mix-up off of this, for those of you that don't know.
The combo would have done.
Where is it?
Okay, HoneyBee's finally built himself a bar, but even without a lot of meter.
Alright, so he has this string, I think it's like 2-2 or something, and then he can do it into an overhead that he can actually combo off of and a low that just knocks you down. I think I was just trying to like fuzzy it or some shit, or maybe I just guessed wrong, but honestly, like, you should just like block overhead against this because you take a shit ton of damage if you actually get hit right here. Like he can bounce cancel it and do like all of that. That hurt a lot.
Wonderful footsies, but didn't follow through with the button. It's because it already dedicated into the leap from that normal. That's the thing. If he knew it was going to connect, no doubt we would have seen a full.
See him right there. Like I didn't have the timing down to stuff his wake up. I actually found that you can stuff his wake up way better if you use like 1-2 instead of down 1-2.
Trying to stop Silvereye from going to that option. I mean, he likes to go for the charge with screen, especially when he's got the bar to extend it to make it safe.
Interesting fact is that I was actually supposed to fight Silvereye at CEO because he was in my pool, and I was like way more prepared for him the second time around, but I ended up not actually fighting him because Burrito Voorhees ended up beating him. So yeah, this match it really just went my way, I guess. And I think because I beat him so cleanly, he decided to switch to Batman because he's like, uh-oh, HoneyBee knows what's going on now. Even though, I guess in some situations, I didn't really know what was going on. So he went to Batman.
Interactables and using the environment is a.
And I think this matchup might be a 5-5, but I've played it a lot. I know it pretty well. So I'm not too worried when it comes to Batman.
What the gadget characters do, what the power characters do, and generally speaking, they do give you a lot of help in a lot of matchups. So players find themselves favoring a lot of states. Like for example, there are players like Bio, like Gur, that have this immense interactable knowledge that a year into a game's life, every player should be having that level of knowledge.
So yeah,
really.
At the beginning of a match like this, Batman, he can just get his bats, and he can kind of just keep chucking batarangs. And the thing is, it's very scary to approach him because he has those bats covering him. So generally, like what I like to do is, if they just want to stay back and chuck batarangs, I'll just stay back and like do RMS cancels to build meter or phase through it to build meter until they finally want to approach, and then I just hope that I can deal with the bats well. So I'm just kind of staying back right now. That was a bad choice right there for me to try to do that. I just really wanted that first hit, I guess. But yeah, it wasn't smart to do that.
Batman have somewhat of a similar neutral in that they're very mobile, but obviously, it's very different kinds of mobility. Yeah, for sure. I think Batman's mix-ups mainly come from Vortex. They come from these on-hit setups that can loop, whereas Hellboy is just kind of mayhem at all times. Okay,
Good use of interactable. Honestly, this is one of those things as well where if your opponent is in a corner with an escapable interactable like that, a lot of the time, like if they're kind of just mashing it because they're like if there's a gap, they'll just get out. So lots of good players tend to just bait them and like they'll do something and then they'll kind of back up, let them whiff it, and then punish them. I'm not sure if I did that in this set, but in other times, like I do that. To like kind of bait your opponent to use those interactables and then try to punish them afterwards.
Good block, staying in front, staggers the standing one into a grab. Push block into Trakel, establishing some of that real estate. Oh, the ground pound. Yeah, the Sonic Pound, and that's going to be the health bar.
For some reason, back to into meter burn Sonic Pound. It's not a mix, but it actually works against people. Sometimes they just want to block low, or maybe they want to press a button and they actually can't. See, I'm scared about the bat. And that's a little piece of tech right there. For those of you that don't know. Alright, so after Batman does the back 2-3 string, there's a batarang that explodes on the ground. You can like jump out of it. Everyone can jump out of it. Some people they just stay there, but the thing is, if you always jump out of it, he actually could, I think, like back up and throw an up batarang and probably get you out of the air. So it's not exactly the best option. Flash can actually just Sonic Pound. It's not a punish. Like Batman could block it, but sometimes they're just not ready. So you'll see. I did the Sonic Pound, and he was trying to get a new bat, and then yeah, he wasn't ready to block. There's other characters like Starfire that can actually just backboard to punish it.
Oh, wakes up with the Sonic Pound. HoneyBee determined to keep it his turn. He wants Silvereye playing his game.
Oh, and that input error. Oh man, that's kind of where everything just went wrong for him. God, poor guy.
HoneyBee determined to keep it his turn.
Where is it?
He wants silver.
So right there, he actually hit me with the back one. So that could have been like a huge game changer for him because he hit me with the back one. He could have done like a back 1-1 into EX up Batarang, taken my full life bar or whatever. But he got an input error of that up grapple, and I should have actually like punished him way harder. But then it ended up working out anyways. And yeah, drop combo. That was not good.
That was. I mean, I can't remember the last time I saw HoneyBee drop that combo, but it has actually given Silvereye a lifeline.
Sometimes I find that like I feel like I actually play worse in tournaments sometimes than I play in like casuals. Like when I play just like regular games, like it's very rare that I drop combos, but I feel like in tournament I actually drop it way more often, and that should be death.
He's not going to build a bar before he has a chance to break,
Yeah.
and there we go. I mean, break obviously air escape. I think there's definitely no denying
So yeah,
the fact that I think out of all the Flash players
in hindsight, I kind of wish I didn't beat his Batman so cleanly, because if I feel like if the match was closer, he probably would have tried it again. But because I beat his Batman so cleanly, he probably just went back to Hellboy. And then yeah, it just didn't work out for me.
The Running Man shenanigans on the cancels, whereas HoneyBee is just straight up.
This tournament had a lot of instances where there's like 3-2 matches where if the other person won, everything about the tournament could have changed. Like there's a lot of instances where like different people probably could have just ended up winning the whole event if like they would have just won over someone else.
He's going to get a good at least almost 50% right
And
there.
this actually started really well for me, and then it just kind of went downhill here. I got a nice anti-air on his leap. Like everything was going well. And then here it kind of starts going wrong. That was the big thing that I fucked up. Was I don't know why I would do that. It's actually really stupid. I was blocking that, and then I was thinking that if I hit the interactable, it could hit him out, but it didn't work, and it has a lot of recovery on it. So this is kind of why everything got fucked for me right here, is me hitting that and then him just killing me and then kind of steamrolling after that.
Probably an attempt to go through the meter burn wake up, which obviously is a really dangerous option for Hellboy. Oh, point blank gunshot.
Somehow that gunshot hit me out of it.
Again on Oki, but this time decided to cancel out.
That was a really nice anti-air grab from Silvereye.
Hellboy, if he gets that anti-air grab, does a considerable amount of damage. Oh wow. Reversal throws
Just
to
threw
run
me,
straight
and then
space.
just like that, the match is all tied up, and then he just hits me with that, and just like that, I don't have a life, I don't have a lead anymore. I started the match so well, and it did not go well after.
Again, you cannot keep yourself in the sky above a Flash player when down 2 is a problem, and HoneyBee is now on match point already to move to win the side top 8. If he could take this life bar for Silvereye.
I don't know what happened there. I feel like I tried to cancel and it just didn't come out, and that also kind of fucked me up.
No clash used. I think if HoneyBee's opened up now.
That was a nice little layer grab there too. Silvereye was making some really good reads here.
I like it.
Wasn't ready for the grabs really either.
Has very little resources left, and Flash
I was not ready for the grabs.
Absolutely delete you.
Yeah, everything just went wrong for me. I think I almost brought it back too. Yeah. All right, this was pretty big.
He does have the meter advantage, so Silvereye can't really afford to clash. He's gonna spend a bar. Now they're even. But he hasn't got the chance.
And then he just leaps out.
And he's got
The resurrect.
the blessing. The
Yeah,
resurrect
okay,
blessing.
this, I think right here, I actually got pretty salty. So you can see, I have him down to like basically no health. I just need some chip. And you'll see, he hits me with this, and look what happens after. He whiffs it, and right here, I can kill him. He whiffs it, he's recovering. I just need a back forward 2 punish, and then I tried to do it, and then just nothing came out. And then he ends up just doing another one and kills me. I think I was like, I was really annoyed right there because I had the win. Like he whiffed it. One back forward 2 would have punished it, and then I would have been in top 8 winners, just like that. But I fucked it up, and I'm just like, oh, that one sucked.
I suppose co-founders, you know, the founding fathers of the Hellboy meta game. You know,
But yeah, Silvereye was doing really well, like mixing in those grabs. I just wasn't ready for them a lot of times because I was just so worried about his leaps and all that stuff going on.
Did not let it happen, and there's a big whiff.
That was definitely not what I would have wanted. That really sucks.
Taking the minus frames, the lightning kicks, and taking the grab instead.
That's not the first time that HoneyBee has opted to go for one of those funky trait restands, but every time he does, Silvereye is ready to block. And not only that, he tends to punish too, because it tends to end in the lightning kick.
Now, Silvereye's footsies are immaculate so far. He's not letting HoneyBee whip anything. Oh my god, he took so much damage to try and deal with that jump in. Staggers.
It's patient HoneyBee, but
Challenging.
let's go block that time. Air tech.
He actually tried to jump in to chase down the air tech,
Yeah,
and he still
definitely
couldn't
seemed
chase
like
it down.
Ooh, I don't know why I didn't meter burn that.
Oh my!
That was kind of weird.
The
I mean, what
matchup knowledge.
What was you doing? You're having a nice, good old-fashioned fist fight. Just
Ouch.
Oh my
God,
that was in slow motion.
Yeah.
Silvereye
That's
is on
not
match
good.
point.
Traits
If he wins this
wasted.
round,
Gotta wait for
he
that
is
to
going
come
top
back.
8 winner's side.
That's such a Hellboy thing to do, right? You just had enough of the fist fight. So you just
Yeah, and see, he punished it again. The lightning kick.
I mean, so
He
many
was
air
doing
techs
really
in
well
the air.
at
The
punishing it,
4-3,
and
three,
because he
huge
punished
damage
it,
incoming.
like
it's gonna
it
do a
completely
damage. We're
changes
gonna go to a
the whole
fresh stage,
pace of the match.
interactables
Like
galore.
because he punished it, I couldn't
A massive
like
life lead now.
get away
Oh,
from it, and
Whip punish of
I
his
just
own.
lost a
That
lot of
was
life
fake
there.
to me. Yeah, he
A
whipped
lot
the
of
single
life.
button, so HoneyBee
Everything
went
just
to the
went
back
downhill
three,
here.
And then when back three obviously didn't reach because HoneyBee expected the full string, then he completes the string. That was a masterful footsies from Silvereye.
Oh, he tried to do it again, but a little bit too close. Gonna have to hold these mix-ups. He's been guessing so on the money for those 50-50s.
Oh, there we go, blocks the low. That's to be the health bar gone. Now, the thing is, Silvereye is still very much in the lead, but this is the flash, and he just got his straight back.
It is, but I'm looking at the clash. I'm looking at the fact that he's got the clash available now. Here's the Speed Force, but he's armored. What an answer for the Speed Force. No opening up here, sir. Oh my
Ouch.
God.
Wow, that's a big deal.
Yeah.
He's got another bar to extend.
Oh,
Me going for that
hurt so good.
interactable
HoneyBee's
was
in
a
big
terrible
trouble. He was
decision.
down two for the head. Goes for the grab tech. Oh, the
Yeah,
grab bounce.
that was a nice little bait right there.
Silvereye takes the victory against HoneyBee, and he is going to be the second player in top 8 winners.
And that was such a
And
perfect
just
way
like
to set as
that,
well.
I'm sent to
HoneyBee was able
losers.
anti-air the lead.
So let's take a look at my last match where I fight Sonic Fox. Alright, so this is the last match. I have to fight Sonic Fox for top 8. Tough, tough, what's the word?
There is no way they can both make it anymore.
It's funny, really. The tournament that put HoneyBee
Tough
on
path,
the
I guess.
Injustice
I don't
team
know.
was Evo
Having to
Lewis.
fight Sonic Fox for
Which
top
is
8
difficult.
is
Sonic
never,
Can he do it?
never wanted.
player
And
that
this
has what it takes
this
to beat
tournament
Sonic
had
Fox
so
this
many
tournament,
upsets that
it's
happened
actually
because
got
like
HoneyBee on
Nick
the list.
sent Sonic Fox to
Maybe.
losers. If
That's
Sonic
what
Fox
it's been real
did what he
being
should
a
have done
very
and sent
popular,
Nyx to
well-known
losers, maybe
content
I would have had to
creator in
fight
the
Nyx
Injustice
for
scene
top
now.
8,
Lots of his
at
online
which
gameplay
point
is going
I would have
live.
felt a
You can
lot
watch
more
world-class
confident
Injustice
than
gameplay
fighting
on HoneyBee's YouTube.
Sonic
He's
Fox.
built himself up a following, but the following and the
But yeah,
constant
here
content
is like
he
I
releases
knew
makes
the
him
Captain
unique,
Cold was
gives him
coming,
means to keep
but at
playing
this
every
point,
single
like I
day.
still didn't
Daily
really
video
have a
means
solid
daily
answer for Captain
game
Cold.
plus,
Just kind of stuck it out with Flash.
that he does really, really well in.
This
and
is
it
one
makes
of
a
them.
lot of
This
sense.
is
Three
just a
tools
button
you could
check.
want to get around the Flash's neutral. Right
Oh.
there. I mean, they match up in Cold in match.
100% that match did quite a lot of gameplay
Alright,
of his.
so here's the
Flash
match.
versus Sonic Fox Captain Cold. That does not go well for him. There's no other way of
I
saying
think
it.
I
This is
actually
not
like did
a
all
matchup
right
that
considering the
Sonic Fox,
matchup.
he knows it inside out.
Now,
But yeah,
Fox
Sonic
really
Fox, look
only
at that.
uses Captain
He
Cold in
basically has
matchups
his
that
level
he does
2
really,
already,
really well in,
This is
and
one
that's
of the
pretty
nonsense.
scary.
But this matchup is not good for the Flash at all. But they've ran it many, many times. But that right there, I mean, Flash, advancing is so hard against Cold. He's got every tool you could want to get around the Flash's neutral.
That attempt to win for the grab, knowing the plus frames would be respected. Tries to anti-air, but it's too slow. It's the restand attempt. You have to be really careful going for any neutral jump or back jump.
Oh,
That
yep.
could be a problem. He's
That
gonna
was
go.
bad. He gets a full
That's
easy
fine, back
punish
dash.
that way.
Yeah, he's out of there. Safety. Well, without
And
taking
here,
a lot of
proximity
damage, though.
block the
Yeah,
puddle
has to block it
like
to get rid of
that
puddle.
so that you can get rid of it.
I think Captain Cold got some really nice changes as well. You know, he has some better mid options, which is one of the big
Yeah,
ones.
and that wall is
my word, the
super
Speed
active
Force, the fact that
in the
trait
Speed
was up
Force, so
actually benefits
wasn't
him.
ready for that.
Yeah, it definitely seemed like it. And there's that raw low. It's going to work. There's actually probably be the life bar if HoneyBee doesn't drop it. Oh no, actually didn't have to. Oh, of course he
Yep,
didn't have
a
trait.
little bit of
Right,
a
let's be able to extend it with
little bit of a
Sonic Fox,
reset.
but not
Got
worth
the
that.
bar.
It's
At
just
this
doesn't
point,
really
like
need
it's
to
actually
be-
it's
He
even.
kicks
Like
Sonic Fox back to the ball. He needs
it's
to
not.
make
I'm
sure
not in
Sonic
a
Fox
bad
never
position at
leaves
all.
This needs to be Captain Cold's home now.
Right there,
Already looks
I
so icy out here.
I
That's
knew
not
that
work for me on this.
every time
Oh,
Captain
the
Cold
early
does
Flash
the
is
wall,
dangerous
you
that
can
he's
actually
gonna
do a
win
meter
this
burn
trade
back 3
situation
and
here, but
get
he's got
through
the
it to
whole
punish
streak
him, or
already.
Flash can do a
If
reversal
HoneyBee was
Fist of
gonna win the
Fury,
round,
but
it would
I
have
think I
been
tried to do a
better
Fist of
for him if
Fury
he had
and
the
then
back
I got
to the
a
ball instead.
Yeah, he's got to be careful because Sonic Fox like
phase
mid screen
instead.
is his playground.
yeah, and that's not
Yeah,
good.
there's the matchup knowledge. Good block there on the low. Fox not afraid of the Speed Force. Knows his tools.
There's the dome. This is going to be difficult now.
Oh my
And
word.
right now I'm kind of fucked.
And there's the chase down, but
If I
HoneyBee,
stood
he
still, I would have got
backdash that.
frozen.
He had no choice.
If I
was a
backdash, he
really
can
rough
just
situation for HoneyBee
get me
because you saw
anyways.
Sonic Fox
It
just
was,
walking
yeah,
out of
not
there.
a
When you
good
backdash in the
position to
dome,
be
it
in.
actually resets the freezing time. So obviously, when you sit in that dome for a certain amount of time.
So yeah, like the
wasted.
beginning of
Yeah.
this
So when you sit in Captain
match,
Cold's level
actually,
2
like
dome, you end up
we
getting
were like
frozen in
even,
there for a little
and then
while.
he just
If
kind
you
of like
backdash while
steamrolled.
in the
So
dome, it resets that time
at
back
this
to
point,
zero.
that's why I
But
switched
obviously
to
your backdash is
Starfire.
slower. So
Um,
Sonic Fox knew that would be the case, and just
But I wasn't very good
and as soon as he saw
in
HoneyBee
this
backdash, what he had to
matchup
do,
at this
or he
point.
got
I
frozen,
think I did a lot
he
of
just
stuff wrong.
punished it for free.
Like if I
Now,
were to
my
do it
great
again,
concern
I think I
here,
could do
we're
way
gonna
better.
see Starfire picks. This is a direct answer for Captain Cold because extreme zoners do well versus him. That's a very green Starfire right there. Yes, it is. The thing is, extreme zoning does do well versus Captain Cold.
Yeah.
My concern is
You
that
can
HoneyBee did go
the
Flash
4-2 is a high, so you
first.
can just
Now,
hit
he
her
went
out of it.
Flash first, he picked himself into what he knew was going to be a bad matchup because Fox was always going to go Cold here. He's given Fox the last counter pick, which, as we've seen historically, is not
Yeah,
a good thing to
I
do.
think right here, like I was just
Let's
being
see
like
what's
way
happening.
too
Sonic
like
Fox is really looking quite good in
impatient.
this matchup.
I think the fact that he
Starfire
had a
is
little
still
bit of an
quite
early
good.
life lead
Journey
kind of
is
made me
still
feel
older,
like I
and
had
he's
to
been
approach him,
generating
and
consensus.
Sonic
I'm
Fox
quite
was
sure it's like
completely fine
nowadays,
with
Sonic Fox is
that.
the premier Captain
He was
Cold
like,
player right now. If anyone's gonna have
his
a
level
toughest
2
match,
trade
it's
can
probably
like
him.
counter zone pretty
And he
well.
looks comfortable. I mean,
Like
even
it
if this is
trades.
theoretically a tricky matchup for Cold because of the zoning.
Yeah.
He's not making it look like it. Yeah, that's
Not
correct.
a good start to this match,
I worry
honestly.
about HoneyBee in this situation. Both of his characters not really working out too well.
Yeah.
Little things like that, like whipping forward 3, meter burn forward 3, just kind of cancelling it, losing a bar for basically no reason.
I mean, he is Starfire, so he'll build it up soon.
Oh,
There's the
no,
armor
but
break.
just nothing's working.
Yeah.
I like that. Gonna keep him blocking, good spacing. The charge. Not gonna
I
quite
definitely
work
made
either.
a
Sit back to
hu-
full
a
screen.
a
But
lot of
honestly, I don't think
mistakes
Sonic
this
Fox
match.
really minds being back there. There's the meter burn attempt, but he just blocks it in time.
Sonic Fox more than aware of
Yeah,
the gap in
this is pretty
between
ugly.
that icicle wall, but the first time we see the meter burn forward 3 used, he blocked easily. Oh my word. Just the tech, he's going to lose the first life bar, but what HoneyBee has to do.
Not too nice. Pretty sure I lose this
no more
pretty
trades.
quickly.
This
Yeah.
is not a
And
trade
immediate switch back
situation,
to
and now I
Flash.
think he's going to bet it all. Probably go to the Flash again. Biohazard, he's going to try and give him some coaching.
I think at this
Such a
point he was
tricky
just saying just go
situation.
back to
You're
Flash.
2
Can't
games
remember
down,
exactly
and
what he
you're
was saying.
Sonic Fox, an elimination match. What do you do?
I mean, Flash is his answer right now. He's going to bet it all on this character. He's going to bet it all on the boy. I
The
mean,
good thing about this
all
is
those HoneyBee
this
fans
was the
out there, all
first
you HoneyBee
event,
fans in the chat, I'm sure you
so
wanna see him go out with the Flash. Or better
I still
yet,
ended up
maybe
getting
make that
25
three-game
points
comeback,
from it,
who knows?
which
That's
was
what we'd like to
decent.
see, but whether it will happen or not, it's another thing. This
I think
is
I
not
actually,
only
oh yeah, he
Sonic
did a
Fox
nice little
against
shimmy
Sonic
there.
Fox playing
So
Captain
Sonic
Cold.
Fox, as you can see, let's just take another look at
We'd
that.
like to see.
I do a Sonic Pound, it's negative. He takes advantage of that. Like I'm just waiting for him to press a button, but he takes advantage of that, and he just takes a little bit of walk forward, baits a throw, and gets a nice little combo just like that. Sonic Fox does a really good job at just kind of throwing that kind of shit out there sometimes.
Just like such a solution to HoneyBee in general because Fox knows how to play this character really well. The matchup clearly seems really, really tough. I think if there's one person HoneyBee
Oh yeah,
did
and
not want
Sonic
to fight
Fox,
the top eight,
Captain
it's
Cold gets a
gonna be
full,
Sonic Fox and
not a
Captain
full
Cold together.
punish, but he gets a down
This is
one
like the
into
worst
ice
possible
wall
matchup he could have
punish
played.
every
We have to
time he
remember,
blocks
it
the
wasn't
RMS
Cornex that
too.
actually sent Sonic Fox
So
to lose his bracket, and
it's
Fox is
pretty
no
nice for
longer
him in
this
this
tournament.
matchup.
So, you know, Sonic Fox is going to want to get into that top 8. He's going to want to win it from the loser side. But Sonic Fox is definitely a champion in Injustice 2 already. And he's not going to want to.
Yeah, this was
start
a
things
little
off
bit
the
of a rough
season
start.
by not even making top 8.
Got the down 2 though.
Alright, he's got the corner position.
This is kind of the chance,
Oh, no,
and
puts
yeah,
himself in the corner
didn't
for the
work.
interrupt. I like
And that's what I was talking
it.
about
He's
earlier.
maybe gets him down.
Um,
In the corner for the interrupt. I like it. Oh,
So he's gonna do the ice wall, and this is tech that you can probably just look up yourself. But anytime Captain Cold does an ice wall, he's technically punishable because if he does the ice wall and meter burns it, there's like a pretty big gap. I think it's like 8 or 9 frames where you can meter burn back 3 through it, or if you have a move with range that's fast, you can just hit him before the ice wall actually meter burn portion comes out. So he does it, and then I did the Fist of Fury, and then it actually just made the meter burn portion do nothing.
Yeah,
So that is an
definitely
option.
getting some damage, but he did actually get out of the
And
corner process.
I actually
Managed to get a combo straight away.
yeah, I think
I actually love that. Those dash counts
I ended
are
up
so
getting-
clean and so crisp, and
getting
it
the
does
life bar here.
almost get wall to wall. He's about what? It's a 70% screen towards the
that combo
left hand
was
side.
sick.
And that's hella counter.
And then a little bit of a
Yes,
proximity
trying to get
block
rid of
right
it.
there.
Knowing he can press a button. Good call out from HoneyBee.
Oh, there we
Still,
go.
signs of life here. Oh, no.
That's
That's
unfortunate.
match point for Sonic Fox. That neutral jump, I mean, he really, really wanted it to connect. But that wake-up wall is so dangerous.
There it is. There's that footsie, the distance button. No, not even.
Yeah, he tried to shimmy me there, and I didn't bite.
He'd rather just block the jump in than accidentally maybe get hit by it.
You can essentially shimmy people whenever you have plus frames or they're at negative frames. As long as they're not the type of players who just mash buttons all the time, you can shimmy them in those instances. Sonic Fox takes good advantage of that.
1000% ready. HoneyBee, every single projectile he takes
Yeah,
down
oh, and then I got it.
He got over it. He got over it clean.
Got a little bit of a reset there.
Can HoneyBee make this work? There's the clash from Sonic Fox.
That was a good clash because
could
have put him in a bad situation afterwards, and then he just resets.
The flash hits like a truck.
So now I have to work my way in again.
Gets that dome on the screen. This is going to be curtains for HoneyBee.
Oh, that was bad.
That's
kind of where everything went wrong. I think right here I made a bad decision running in there and getting hit by that. If I didn't get hit by that, I could have still won. Yeah, I could have still won if I didn't get hit by that interactable, but yeah.
The dome was the game changer, and Sonic Fox moving on its top.
I would say, like, yeah, the big thing that happened there was, like, if we just take another look, was first of all, it was me running into his ice wall right here, but I could have still made it, but I ran forward and I got hit by that, and that just completely fucked me, because if I didn't get hit by that, I could have still won, but yeah, he puts up that, and there's really no winning at that point, because yeah, you're pretty much dead. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I'll go ahead and start doing more of these analysis breakdowns on some of my other tournament matches, but I hope you enjoyed. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff, and I'll see you in the next video.